A new deal. This does not mean the players will even agree to this. I believe the WNBA players are going to want to hold the league's feet to fire on this and not sign a deal.
Players are furious, and Cathy just made a move that changes everything. The WNBA's 2026 season might not even happen. Yes, you heard that right. The very league Caitlin Clark helped rebuild is now on the brink of collapse before her next return. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is in full panic mode, because if this season disappears, so does her career. According to ESPN, the WNBA has offered players a 30-day extension to continue negotiations for a new CBA. But here's the twist. Caitlin Clark doesn't even need the WNBA anymore. She's sitting on multi-million-dollar offers from golf, baseball, and global brands. And now, Cathy is making one desperate move to save it all. But before we dive deeper, tell me in the comments, should Caitlin Clark even go back to the WNBA? Or has she already outgrown it? Share this with your friends, because what's about to unfold will leave you speechless.
The WNBA has offered players a 30-day extension to continue negotiations for a new CBA, sources told ESPN.
It all started when the I Players Association dropped a bombshell. The WNBA and the union will miss Friday's CBA deadline. That deal controls their every contract, every paycheck, and every season. Without it, the league can't even operate. Now, total chaos. Players are furious, openly calling out Commissioner Cathy Engelbert for dragging her feet on negotiations. But here's where things take a wild turn. Instead of fixing the crisis, Cathy offered a 30-day extension, a short-term bandage on a deep, growing wound, and that's when the league began to fracture from within.
It stated in some CBA news from the show, we have worked hard to be able to say on Friday, we did it. So unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I'm not hopeful that agreeing to a deal by Friday is going to...
We're doing everything we can to save the season, Cathy Engelbert said. But the truth is, and she's not saving the season. She's buying time. Players are done waiting. They've seen what Caitlin Clark brings. Sold-out arenas, record-breaking ratings, and global sponsors lined up at the door. Now they want their fair share. Behind closed doors, sources say panic erupted inside WNBA headquarters. Cathy was reportedly calling emergency meetings, apologizing to players, and scrambling to hold the league together. But her nightmare goes even deeper. Because if this deal collapses, the players have options. And Caitlin Clark is living proof of that. After her stunning performance at the IRSM Classic, she's been offered over 100 million baht from professional golf and even interest from baseball. Teams looking to capitalize on her crossover stardom. The message is clear. If the WNBA can't get its act together, Caitlin Clark and the future of women's sports might move on without it.
This league died. I'm telling you what I know. This is business. They cannot lose the momentum right now. They got the little... They got 1 million views on the damn finals and Caitlin wasn't even playing, bro. Like, what's the odds of something like that? Like, if they go on strike or anything, this league it's going to be hard to make up this ground, bro.
4 teams are begging for her appearances. Endorsement deals are stacking up faster than the league can schedule meetings. And if sidechained to Caitlin Clark decides not to return, it's not her loss. It's the WNBA's. Think about it. The league finally had a superstar who made history. Ticket sales soared, TV ratings exploded, and merchandise flew off the shelves. But now, the very league that thrived off her spotlight might lose her completely. Fans are already asking the tough question. Why would Caitlin Clark return to a league that keeps falling apart? And honestly, it's a fair question, because right now, behind the scenes, Caitlin Clark isn't just part of the WNBA. She's bigger than it.
Visa Collier name-dropping Caitlin Clark at every turn and every second she can, all while refusing to sit down and have a meeting with Cathy Engelbert and do negotiations. Like, she literally skipped out on a meeting to go sit down with Kamala Harris and continue to bash the lady in the media, which I'm not a Cathy Engelbert fan. I think she's a bonehead. I think she needs to be.
But players say those conditions just don't exist. Aja Wilson and Angel Reese are furious too, and they're not staying silent. They've been demanding better pay, fair treatment, and real long-term stability. Meanwhile, Cathy Engelbert is cornered. She can't afford to admit failure. So instead, she throws out a week 30-day extension, just to kick the can down the road. But every player sees right through it. They know it's not leadership, it's a desperation. Now, the power dynamic has completely flipped. For the first time, the players hold all the cards, And behind the scenes, sponsors are panicking. ESPN's massive broadcasting deal relies on a stable 2026 season, and if it doesn't happen, that contract could vanish overnight.
The players don't sign an extension, the strike is on. Point blank, period. No other way to put it. WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert acknowledged during the WNBA Finals that while she was hopeful both sides would meet the October 31 deadline, we have extended deadlines in the past. The source said the players might be willing to consider an extension under the right circumstances, but they don't feel those circumstances exist.
Knowing that every move the league makes now depends on her decision, Caitlin Clark stands at the center of it all, calm, confident, and completely in control. So here we are, a league on the brink, a commissioner in panic, and a superstar holding all the power. If Caitlin Clark walks away, the WNBA doesn't just lose a player, it loses its future. What do you think? Should Caitlin return and save the league? Or let it collapse and move on to something even bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're still watching, you're a real one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Because trust me, this story is far from over.
Friday. We have worked hard to be able to say on Friday, we did it. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, Drake said in the podcast episode, which aired Tuesday. In a dance, it takes two to tango, and it has been difficult to find a beat, to find a rhythm, and to find the same sense of urgency from the league. Let's just to be frank to get this done. It does take two to tango. You guys are demanding, and you're not willing to negotiate with your dance partner. You're not willing to dance.
Gatorade and major advertisers are watching closely. And if they walk away, the fallout won't just crush the league. It'll hit every player's paycheck. The irony? Caitlin Clark will be fine. She's not trapped by the WNBA anymore. Her name alone sells out arenas. She's a global now, a brand, a movement, a phenomenon, and Cathy Engelbert knows it. That's what terrifies her. The league no longer controls the story. Caitlin does. For the first time in WNBA history, one player has more power than the commissioner herself. If Caitlin walks, so do the fans. So do the sponsors. So does the spotlight. And Cathy knows that if that happens, the WNBA's entire foundation could collapse. But here's the twist. Insiders claim this crisis might have been intentional. They say Cathy Kai's planned to push negotiations past the deadline, thinking the players would panic first. Instead, it backfired. The players stood firm. They said, no more extensions. We want a real deal. That defiance sent shockwaves through league headquarters. Now Cathy's out of options. If she pushes too hard, players could walk. If she gives in, sponsors might lose confidence, and the clock is ticking. The 2026 season isn't just a date anymore. It's a countdown to survival. At the center of it all stands Caitlin Clark, calm, confident, untouchable, watching the chaos unfold from the outside.